As dawn breaks over the magical forest, the world awakens in a wash of pink and orange. Mist rises gently from a winding, crystalline river, weaving between ancient, towering trees whose leaves shimmer in the golden sunlight. Dew pearls glisten atop wildflowers, painting the ground with a dazzling array of color. The gentle chorus of birds fills the air, accompanied by the soft rustle of leaves and the distant babble of the stream. Near the heart of the forest, beneath the sprawling arms of a grand oak, lies Bearbu, a large, fluffy brown bear, his kind, goofy face nestled in a bed of moss, snoring peacefully, a half-eaten pie loosely cradled in his paw. Suddenly, the morning is calm, is interrupted by a flash of emerald. Yasya, a small and spry green lizard, with enormous, expressive eyes and boundless energy, zips onto the scene, clutching a glowing, magical nut in her tiny claws. The nut pulses with golden light, casting playful shadows on the forest floor. Yasya, ever the mischief maker, leaps onto Boo's nose, her tail flicking with excitement. Boo snorts and blinks awake, greeted by Yasya's infectious grin and the magical nut she eagerly presents. Yasya chirps, explaining that this enchanted treasure grants one wish, anything their hearts desire. Boo, still groggy and dreaming of his favorite treat, mumbles through a yawn. Pies? More pies? With a giggle, Yasya tugs Boo upright, determined that their adventure should be about more than just pastries. Together, the unlikely duo sets off beneath the emerald canopy. The forest is alive with color and whimsy. Gigantic mushrooms sprout beside sparkling streams, and quirky creatures abound. A squirrel twirls on a tree branch, its fluffy tail a blur of motion. Nearby, a frog serenades the dawn, puffing out its cheeks to play a leaf flute, while butterflies in every hue swirl in the air, trailing glittering dust. Yasya, ever imaginative, suggests wishes as they walk. What about a castle made of gems? She proposes, her eyes gleaming. But Boo's mind remains steadfastly on pies, his stomach grumbling in agreement. Suddenly, mischief strikes. A glossy black crow swoops down, snatching the magical nut from Yasya's grasp with a triumphant caw. Yasya springs into action, her tiny limbs a blur as she darts up a tree in pursuit. Boo lumbers after her, his clumsy gait sending ripples through the forest. In his haste, Boo stumbles over a beehive nestled in the roots, and the air erupts with a swarm of buzzing bees. Yasya nimbly weaves through branches, while Boo's attempts to escape the bees result in a series of comic mishaps, honey splatters, wild dashes, and a tumble that leaves him momentarily stuck in a hollow log. The chase is fast, frenetic, and full of laughter, with Yasya's agility and Boo's lovable blunders drawing smiles from every corner of the woodland. At last, the crow leads them into a clearing bathed in the glow of bioluminescent plants. Fireflies drift lazily through the air, their lights twinkling like tiny stars. With a burst of speed, Yasya leaps and snatches the nut from the crow's beak, landing triumphantly atop Boo's broad back. The magical nut pulses brighter than ever, ready to grant a wish. Yasya, breathless but exhilarated, urges Boo to choose wisely. But Boo, ever true to himself, wishes for the ultimate pie feast. In a blaze of shimmering light, the nut transforms the clearing. At its center appears a gargantuan, sparkling pie, layered with berries and swirls of cream, larger and more glorious than any Boo has ever imagined. Yasya sighs in mock exasperation, then bursts into laughter, unable to resist the joy of the moment. All around, forest creatures is gather, drawn by the scent and spectacle. Squirrels, rabbits, frogs, and butterflies join the festive scene, each receiving a generous slice of Boo's magical pie. Yasya nibbles at a tiny piece, teasing Boo about his endless pie obsession. The clearing is filled with warmth, laughter, and friendship. Yasya winks, promising, "Next time, adventure!" "Not me, I." Boo grins, replying, "Or more pies." Their laughter rings out, echoing through the forest. As the day fades, the sky transforms into a masterpiece of orange, purple, and gold, reflected in the tranquil lake below. Fireflies dance above the water, and stars begin to twinkle overhead. On a hill, silhouetted against the radiant sky, Boo and Yasya sit side by side, flower petals drifting gently around them. A magical close to a whimsical day.